Yeah, kind of blanking on thoughts.
Some might say he's got a blank space.
That's true. Call me
Travis Kelce?
Mr. Pfizer,
Jason Kelce?
the mustache man. Did you see that Pfizer ad that he had, the commercial?
Motto? What?
No.
I don't think so.
Travis Kelce. He
Right.
was on
Taylor Swift's boyfriend?
Yeah. He just appeared out of nowhere. Apparently he plays football. He was on a Pfizer commercial.
Yeah.
For the vaccine.
Okay.
The word on the street is he's selling out.
Dude, no.
I mean, think about it, man. He's with Taylor Swift.
Demon.
Two-time champ.
Yeah, he's already won twice.
Or at least last year. Last year they won the championship. That's most important.
Dominantly.
Top podcasts. Top brands. He's in top brands commercials.
Yeah. You got some points. Maybe this Kelce guy is...
Was he really hurt when it comes to playing the Lions the first game of the year?
Yeah, or was he selling out? I don't know. There was a clip because of his podcast his mom was on. And he's like, I'm going to get a woman I can breed with so I can get you some kids, Mom, so you don't hate me.
Wow.
And now he's with Taylor Swift, so it's kind of funny. And, yeah, I mean, I was really interested. I kind of want to watch the Kelce documentary, the Jason Kelce documentary.
We could watch. Is it just Jason?
Yeah.
Not Travis?
It's called Kelce. It's about Jason.
Oh, I thought it was both of them.
No, it's just about Jason. I think it's about last season.
I thought he was going to retire last year.
So maybe it was scripted. Maybe they just, maybe they did a documentary for his last season.
But then he didn't end up
But maybe
retiring.
he didn't end up retiring, yeah.
Well, he didn't because he's playing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I thought it was for both of them.
I don't think so. It's just Jason on the front of it. The movie premiere it was like Jason, Jordan Mailata, Nick Sirianni.
Is he like that? Is he like the best snapper in NFL history?
Center? Yeah, I don't know.
What center?
That's the position.
Yeah.
The center. You said snapper. Obvious wrong.
Well, I was about to say center.
No. Okay.
But
Well,
I said
got you.
snapper.
No, I don't know.
I don't know if you caught that.
I came onto the scene with him. I mean, I saw him I saw him start to play maybe 2 years
in high
ago.
School?
I don't know. I didn't even know he was a person until I think the Eagles wanted to bench some players because they knew they were getting into the playoffs. But Jason Kelce had a streak of games started for the Eagles, and so they let him snap the ball, and then he went out of the game.
Gotcha.
That was the first time I heard of him. And then I started to hear about him 2 years ago when they played, when they were the bottom seed and they made it to the playoffs though, and they played the Buccaneers. Yeah. I remember hearing about him that season, and then obviously last season he really came into fruition.
I just remember
he's a cool guy though.
It was Travis Kelce has a brother.
Yeah.
That plays football.
Yeah, that's how it was for me as well. But I mean, he's a really cool guy. I would like to know, I would like to watch the documentary. I mean, I feel like the more I've watched and listened to their podcast, I like him more
than Travis.
Yeah.
Jason seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like he's just a cool guy. He's got a family.
How old is he?
Got a nice wife from the show.
Oh.
She was on the show. Freaking hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. Top tier human being. How old is he? I don't know. Probably 40. It looks like he's 40. Probably 28, 29, 30.
He's younger than Travis?
How old's Travis?
34.
Yeah. He's probably 36.
Yeah. Travis is definitely younger.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
I didn't know how old Travis was.
Because we talked about him and Gronk being the same age last week.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Getting up there. Maybe he'll retire soon.
Travis?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Because he's 34.
He's a top fantasy tight end. Why would he retire?
What about...
he feeds so many mouths.
Tyreek Hill said he was going to retire after this contract is up.
Really?
Yeah.
How many years does he have?
I don't know. He signed that one with the Dolphins a couple years ago.
That's easy to say when you see all that money coming.
Yeah.
But I can see that. The more I pay attention to the NFL, the more you see people get hurt. The more it's like, oh, this is like serious. Like even especially playing fantasy, because it's like
playing, living,
especially living out the fantasy life.
Yes.
Whoa, that's not okay. Especially being a part of a NFL fantasy football league with fellow friends. Makes you like see like you could just have watched a game, and then the next day it's like player like Devontae Adams questionable at practice, like leg injury after he just put up like 25 points for your team. It's crazy. It's just so like I can understand why a player would retire young from it because it's a lot on the body.
I feel like in football, fantasy football, that I lost the point where I was going, and I cannot find it anywhere in my headspace because I did have something to say, and I was ready to say it, and it's gone. It completely is gone. I could not form a sentence of anything.
Safe to say you found a blank space in the end zone.
Oh, dude, yes.
What are their names?
Dude, the Aussie Twins, I think is what it was, or something like that.
Yeah, go check out the Aussie Twins.
It's definitely not
Instagram.
their name, but
well, they're somewhere where rugby's really popular because they do a lot of rugby content.
yeah.
But they impersonate announcers. Like they just like
so funny
mouth what the announcer is saying, but like they act out like what like the announcer might be doing in that moment because you can't see the announcer on a play, right?
Hilarious.
So it's a really good page. When you find the gems, there's a few like football and basketball ones
that are hilarious, like Kevin Harlan.
Really good.
A lot of Kevin Harlan.
There was just one, I thought.
Well, no. When they do them of American sports, it's Kevin Harlan.
Oh,
is what
yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, hilarious page. Definitely go check them out. But while you're at it, go check out the YoungBucks page. YoungBucks Podcast on YouTube and Instagram. YoungBucks Podcast with 2 G's on Instagram. YoungBucks Podcast on YouTube. Shorts and full-length video coming out every week.
For your pleasure.
For your pleasure.
And speaking of that, welcome to episode 75.
Quarter of a century. 3/4 of a century.
That is crazy, like, to think just 75 episodes. That's just a lot. Like, I was actually thinking about that this week, like putting together some sort of like one clip from each episode, like over, or even just a picture, and like just like over the span of time.
You should do that.
Like maybe that could be like
we should do that.
Maybe that could be like the 100th episode,
like a video of just like one funny clip from each episode.
Yeah, or just like
we should
just so you see the progression. Like
we should get started on that now.
Yeah.
And so
we can be ahead of the game.
So we can just add one
every week,
you know, and it'll be easier than putting
100 together all at once for like over 6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Heard?
I hear you, man.
Yeah, episode 75. Welcome to it. We're glad you could be here. Whether you're listening, watching, or this is a short, we're glad you can be there. You can be there for it.
How's this weather been treating you?
I like it. I like this weather a lot.
Me too.
As far as like allergies, though, I got hit by that a while ago.
Yeah.
My allergies have been
I would say the same. Actually, well, just last week. So a while ago. Yeah, gray skies, a little bit of rain here and there, a little chillier. But it's kind of nice. Like the leaves, it smells like dead leaves. I kind of like that.
It smells like
if they had a dead leaf candle, I'd buy it.
It smells like good. Like it smells like I don't know why I'm talking about smell. I don't mind this weather. Most years I hate fall. Summer's my favorite, but I got really hot this summer and I am ready for it to be fall. I'm ready to be like warm and wear longer clothes and
sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
What are you laughing at?
I was just trying to think of like something that I could say back to you that was like one of the comments from last week's YouTube short.
Why is this the biggest waste of time?
Yeah. Like that. Like That was the biggest waste of time of my day. Thumbs up emoji. No, and then I was thinking about Jack.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there's I don't mind the weather. Good weather outside. Yeah, I mean, let's just get into it. We posted a video on YouTube this week, and it was good. Like, got a lot of feedback, good and bad. Like, there was just the title of the episode should have just been feedback, because like that's what we got
Of the short.
Yeah, got a lot of feedback. It was a good,
Like the two biggest extremes. Like,
yeah. Like,
I heard from 3 different. What, was I peeking? I heard from 3 different people that.
You were not peeking.
I heard from 3 different people that it was like our best episode, like 11 out of 10. So thank you for the love and support on that one.
Yeah,
Appreciate
a lot of
it.
people did like that episode, and then when it came to the short, there was love and hate for the short. I mean, granted, it was topical. We talked about the Astros and Dodgers, which, thinking about it now, as I edited the short, watched it a bunch while I was editing it and whatnot, he had no right to put a dirty look to you. They cheated.
Yeah.
They cheated to beat you guys. You know, why
Yeah.
was he giving you a dirty look?
I don't know, man.
He had no reason to give you that look.
Yeah, and like,
I wish I would have responded like that then
yeah,
in the episode.
it was a good. It had, the story had potential. It was just bad execution, and I understand that as a viewer, like if you're watching YouTube Shorts, I just don't understand how you get to the point where you're scrolling, and you watch an entire video that you don't like, and then decide to also comment on that video that you did not like it. Like shorts are like, I would understand if it was like a 15-minute YouTube video and you were like, I'm here, like I clicked on this, there's a point I want to get, like, and you watch the whole thing and like they
mumble. They
Bamble.
mumble jumble the whole time.
And okay, sure, leave a comment, but you have the free will to just keep scrolling. Like, if you do that, which most everybody does,
Scroll.
yeah, like you can kind of predict like if this is going to be a bad one. So if that's not for you, then don't watch it, man.
Right. But also watch it. And leave a
I mean,
like.
thanks for the view. We
Yeah.
appreciate
Leave
you.
the like, subscribe as well while you're there hating on us. Leave us a subscription.
No,
Subscribe to us.
yeah. Just look for some. I don't know. Look for some other videos.
But anyway, we were talking about the Astros and Dodgers, which now brings up the point. Team Arizona. I'm Team Arizona.
I'm Team Philly, man.
We got a divided household. Now that Henry jumped ships, you didn't get to see it because they're already out. But Henry bought Henry bought an Baltimore Orioles shirt to support them during this playoff run. And you want to tell them how it went? It went.
The whole situation was terrible. For context,
Yeah, break it down.
For context, Baltimore was the number 1 team in the American League. Like, they had over 100 wins, so they got granted a bye week to then play the team that won, the series before, called the wild card. What? Did I mess that up?
No. You're good.
Okay, I'm just thinking like maybe people don't know about baseball.
All
playoffs, how they work,
right.
how
Go
they're
for it.
constructed. All right, so first of all, I text Chris. I'm like, yo, we should grab some merch of a team we want to rock with for the playoffs. I'm thinking like, I'm happy to see Baltimore here, and he's happy to see Arizona there. And so he got an Arizona shirt. I ordered an Orioles shirt. Now, what I did not know at the time of this purchase was how much I'd be paying for shipping. So I get the $18 shirt, and I put in my card. I put in like buy and order, and then I go to see the total, and it was $38. And I was like, wait a minute, did I just pay more for shipping than I did for the shirt? And it turns out that I did.
Absolutely, yes.
And the shirt didn't arrive until they were already down 0-2. And I was like, okay, that's not bad. We only got to make up. Like, going down 0-2 is not terrible. If it's a 4-game series, I didn't realize it was a
5-game series.
If it was a 7-game series where you only had to win 4 games, it'd be okay. But knowing that the next game could be an elimination game, which it ended up being, Baltimore didn't even win a game in the playoffs, which is absolutely absurd. They just played 162 games. They got the best record in their league, in their division, and they get a bye. They play 3 games, they don't win any, and they're out. Like, that's crazy.
I was thinking about that. I feel like the MLB season should not be 162 games.
It's quite a lot.
I feel like that's a lot because, I mean, you think about basketball, 82, football, just 17 plus playoffs, NHL, 82 games. Like, these sports, the MLB plays twice as many games as all of them.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just weird because...
What's 17 times 2? 162.
Oh my gosh. And it's kind of weird because the MLB, it's like you have players pitching every 5 days and you try and get breaks for them. So it's kind of like you need the longer season to like have it equal out because you have basketball players. Well, at least you used to have basketball players playing all 82 games. There's not much of that anymore. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I just think maybe it should be less because then you'll have less people getting hurt.
Do you think it's for the sake of the stats? Like to keep having a 40 home run season?
Yeah, but still, like if they just made it like even 100 games and then had the playoffs be in September.
Well, yeah.
You know
I don't know. I think it's to fill out the entirety of the availability of the weather. Like we could play it from April to October. They have 6 months off. Like there's no baseball going on from November to March.
Right.
Wait, is that 6 months? Wait, what?
What?
November to March. Is that 6 months?
Yeah.
November, December,
5.
January, February, March. Well, it starts at the tail end of April, doesn't it? And it kind of...
Yeah.
Okay. So either way, almost half of the year, they're not bringing in ticket sales and like ballpark sales and like, so.
Right.
Having 162 games is bringing in more revenue. Also, the TV and the ad spend to be on to advertise on MLB games, like it would be a disadvantage for the MLB as an organization to have less games.
So is that why like the NBA has to draw out their playoffs? Like that's one of my biggest annoyances is how the NBA draws the playoffs out.
It's like the inverse of the MLB.
Right. MLB is like October, that's our playoff month. NBA is like, oh, we got April, May, June, and beginning of July. No, not quite July, but April, May, and June. Like they have to draw it out like so long.
Yeah, it makes you forget the regular season.
Right. Stupid.
But I kind of like that.
I mean, I'm here for the NBA playoffs, but it's just like it's so drawn out.
That could be the case. The advertisements and stuff like that.
Right.
Making money.
It's stupid. I don't even know where we were going with that.
Like, I would rather the MLB start end the season sooner because the month of September is a joke for, like, the bad team. They should, if you're terrible, you're not playing the month of September. Like, if you don't meet this win total, you're done for September. And then, like, start the playoffs so then you have, like, a 7-game series everything.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do 7.
Like just like the NBA does.
Yeah, they could do 7 for the NLDS and 7 for the NLCS. And
like
World
say
Series.
you play like that, it's a 142 game season now, and now you take those 20 games and you put them into the playoff teams, and then you could do like a little losers consolation tournament, like if you wanted to.
Yeah,
and then they could play their 20 games.
Maybe like. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's stupid. Like, I was trying to get back to where we were going. Oh, there is an argument right now that like the Braves fans were mad that like they had to have a bye.
Yeah.
And which I
Well,
mean,
we were kind
like,
of talking about that.
right just now, and like
No. Like we were talking about that while we were watching the game.
oh, like is it an advantage to have a bye? Yeah, it probably is a disadvantage to have a bye. However, you were that good in the regular season, so why should it matter? You know,
Yeah.
like you were like the Astros didn't have a problem with it.
You know why?
Why?
Because they're cheating.
Oh my gosh. No, the Astros didn't have a problem with it. I guess the other teams did, but like, you know,
Yeah. Like,
just figure out how to play better. That's what Spencer Strider said after. He's like, well, we need to play better then.
yeah, they had who is the other? Oh, the Dodgers. Yeah, those three teams, the Dodgers, the Braves, and the Orioles, like they all had amazing seasons, and they were rewarded with that to get the bye.
Mm-hmm.
And then the team, like, it just
Like-
becomes more of like a team sport.
Right.
Like the Phillies, like they just got like a roster like built like to conducive to each other. But I guess the Braves do too because they had like they had a lot of star power.
Right.
And then the Diamondbacks were kind of like a dark horse coming into it anyway, and they took down the Dodgers,
Mm-hmm.
who
Yeah,
had
we
like
did.
20 more, who had like 20 more wins than them.
Right.
So yeah, that's crazy to me.
It is. It's weird. It's like a whole concept. But I mean, that's the thing with everything. Like you've always had it this way. Like, I mean, obviously it's a new change having this wild card series. Obviously it does build momentum, but like you still had teams like when there was a 1-game series, like they played that one game and then had to get right into it. And I mean, there were a lot of times where the wild card team ended up winning that series, you know?
I think the Kansas City Royals and San Francisco Giants World Series they were both wild card teams. I remember that being a story. Like
I know for sure the San Francisco was. I don't know for sure if Royals were.
I think they were. And I think that's when they played. No, one of the years they played Mike Trout and the Angels because that was like their first year. Not in the wild card, but the Angels won their division or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've never won a playoff game with Mike Trout.
Yeah, it was like a picture of MLB players with like one hit in the playoffs, and it was like Mike Trout, Garrett Cole, like a bunch of people like that.
Pirates
Cy
days.
Young. Yeah.
Now here's the question: what is the best? We'll go with championship game or series. Like so, the NBA Finals, the World Series, the Super Bowl. What one for you is the greatest experience?
Definitely not the Super Bowl.
Just because it's one game.
Just because it's like, it's never like close. You know, I mean, like obviously last year's was, but like baseball, it's always down to the last. I mean, obviously there can be blowouts in basketball, blowouts in baseball, blowouts in football. You know, there's always going to be blowouts. But there's like, I feel like football, I don't know what it is about football, but I just think
There's just not as much build-up.
right.
There's a build-up with the series.
Yeah.
There's a.
And don't throw hockey under the bus. Hockey playoffs are like that.
We watched it once. We
watched it
followed
twice.
it once.
I watched it
Twice.
last year.
Okay,
Yeah, I
I
watched
see
it
you.
last year too.
All right. Talk to him.
Talk to him.
I didn't
Come
mean
on
to disrespect you on
Come
your name.
on, son. Come on, son.
Sorry, take that one. Add one to the one, and you got two.
Yeah, that's right. So at 4, I'm definitely going Super Bowl. At 3, I'm taking the NHL playoffs. In my 2 though, probably. Okay, I hate to say it, but basketball's just been so dry. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not the same as what it once was.
Yeah.
And for that reason alone, I love watching the playoffs, but if we're talking finals, I'm taking World Series over NBA Finals. I love watching NBA playoffs, but
Yeah.
just like it hasn't been the same. Just knowing what it once was versus what it is now.
I would agree. There's definitely a different energy in the stadiums.
Because you're in that Philly stadium, you're in that Atlanta stadium. It's different, dude. It's loud.
for
baseball.
baseball. Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Because I was like Atlanta Hawks. Like, what do they bring to the table? Was it? I was just gonna say.
It's not the same.
Well, yeah. The last two NBA finals for sure have left a bad taste in my mouth. You know, like especially
that Giannis one was all right
that one was good.
because you had Giannis making plays.
I loved that. Like
was
there
a
was
good one.
Giannis. I'm a really big fan of like Booker and CP3. It was a good series.
Yeah, it was good. Minus the Suns being there, but other than that, it was a good series.
And then the year before that was like Lakers Heat in the bubble, and that was just different.
That was mid.
So like the last like
Then you have Kawhi.
think those four, and then Kawhi versus the Warriors. The 4 years of Cleveland and
them last two were kind of dry, but hey,
I would agree.
But
with
hey,
you.
the fact that it was like these teams are rivals.
Yeah,
Good storyline for the NBA.
mm-hmm.
There's no like rivals besides like the Celtics and Sixers
Yeah,
in the league. You know.
yeah. I think there's just so many players that maneuver that it doesn't stick.
It's a big moving game now.
Now, like, think about like the Bucks and like Giannis and the Bucks, Jimmy and the Heat have met in the playoffs multiple times.
Like the last 3.
I think so. I think
4 maybe.
3 out of those 4 years
Because last year was the first round exit. The year before they didn't. So yeah, 3 of the last 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you had the bubble where they beat them in the second round, and then the year before where they beat them in the first, when the Bucks beat them in the first round.
Yeah. I think it was the Heat beat them in the conference finals.
No, the
Heat,
bubble. The Heat, no, because they played the Celtics in the conference finals. The Heat beat the Heat beat the Bucks in the second round, and
they like spanked them.
Yeah.
And then the next year the Bucks swept them. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah. I would agree. The baseball playoffs have been better. The World Series has been better recently than the NBA finals.
Like even in the bubble year, it was still good. Like I liked that playoffs a lot. I know you probably don't remember much of it, but
of the bubble
MLB?
Playoffs,
yeah, MLB.
Even
60,
though that was the
60
Dodgers
season.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really remember that one too much.
That was good baseball then. Like I
remember. Actually, I do remember Arozarena because he won the
World
American League
MVP
championship MVP before he won his Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, before his rookie year even.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was good. I would definitely say baseball, basketball, hockey, football as far as like finals games.
Nice.
There's something else I wanted to say. It was around sports. I don't know. I lost it though. I'm losing my train of thought.
Yeah, it's
in
just
this show.
I know.
But like I am here. But like I have this thing that I want to say, but I cannot figure out what it was.
What is it?
Baseball, basketball, football.
What do you want to say?
I don't know.
No, like what was the thing that you like you said you had something in your head that you wanted to say? Like what was that?
Dude, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But no. Just back up for a second, because you remember like a few seconds ago you said that you had something that you wanted to say, and I just wanted to give you that opportunity to like backtrack on.
Dude,
that.
I do not know.
What?
Dude, stop. No.
I mean, if you don't know, you're welcome to ask a question back.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say. No, it's just baseball.
Oh, all right.
Cannot think of it.
Okay. Yeah, the floor is no longer yours.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
When I ask you this question, answer the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay, done.
What did you learn this week?
Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
No. Okay, so this week I actually did learn some stuff. Surprisingly.
All right, I should just ask for one thing. Like, I don't need some, just one thing.
What's a big old thing I learned this week? Well, I did boats this Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were reaching to hit the button. I didn't know what you were doing.
No.
No, I was reading through Timothy, and so
Un or dos?
First Timothy, and that obviously talks about leadership within the church.
Yeah.
You dig? And there was a lot that I read through, and I took notes on, and I don't have my notebook. I did a deep, like, in-depth read on one of the verses, but the main one was just talking about how, like, the leadership in the church, like, it's like it should be a male, you know?
Yeah.
And it should be like women. I don't want to go into that because I don't have my notes. I'm not going into women.
Don't freestyle that.
No. But
Please
it should be
that.
that, like, men are, like, made to be the leaders of the church. Like it's their teaching. It's like from,
like, God's working through the men,
right,
as the leader of the church.
Mm-hmm. And one of the verses said that, like, women are saved by, like, childbearing or whatever. And I looked into it because I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
And it was kind of talking like,
it does not.
It was kind of talking like, at the fall, God cursed their childbearing. That's what women got. Like, childbearing is not supposed to be like this. Like, it should not cause women pain. But because of the fall, because of sin, because of Eve, that's what women got placed on them, was for their childbearing.
Because she was hungry.
Cursed. Because she was hungry. You know, and so I was like, it's kind of like not them getting, like, that's not how they get to heaven and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, like, through Christ, like, it will be healed. Like, that's not, like women think that God despaired them because he made their childbearing poor, right?
Yeah, I hear.
Are you mad at my, like,
just
emotion?
The attire, I'm just here for it. No, I'm listening.
I guess I forgot I'm wearing a freaking bucket hat.
A bucket hat with your headphones, like, backwards.
Anyway, and so women think that, like, God left them to.
I can't look at you seriously with this on, bro.
You sound like a freaking
You
wilderness
do.
explorer. Like,
you got it. Oh boy, no, put that back on. Put it back on. Flip up the front though, because you cannot see your face. Yeah, that's much better. That's a lot better.
And so women are, like, mad at God, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And so, man, you made me lose my train of thought again. And so, it's not them going to heaven because they're giving birth, but, like, they're getting saved from that eternal pain of giving birth, you know?
This is the last thing I expected you to say. Why do you know this?
Because I read my Bible.
All right, no, that's fair. That's valid.
know?
That's valid. No, I just did not expect
Childbirth.
to be your, like, talk. All right, back to it. Had to deal with the technical difficulty, but as you were saying about birth and women.
No, that's it. Like, just I learned that. That was good. And then, man, I really wish I had my freaking notes. But I do have a note in here somewhere.
So was this not something you were intending to share with us today?
Well, I was planning on saying something. Yeah, no, nothing.
Okay. You bring up, Adam and Eve in the garden, and I heard a perspective on what,
Women?
like, some of the breakdown of that situation. No, not women, but just Adam and Eve and their sin. And it was an interesting perspective. So, like, what was Adam and Eve's sin? Like, if I asked you that, like, what comes to mind? Like, don't worry about being right or wrong.
I think it was disobeying.
It was like disobeying what God had said.
Yes.
So like that's not like like I don't think that's false, but like the way that they kind of like positioned it was like the devil pointed out like their lack. Like it was like getting it was getting Adam and Eve to focus on like the thing that they couldn't have or the thing that they didn't have access to is because of that, like what God had said. And also too, that tree was in the center of the garden.
Mm-hmm.
So it was surrounded by everything that they did have access to. It was surrounded by everything that they did have and were able to enjoy. And they were able to give thanks to God for. And God, places that tree in the garden, says, don't eat this. And I think, like, do you think that's where, like, the free will really started? Is, like, here's this tree. Don't eat from it. And then now as a human being, we have choices to, like, either you can do what you have available to you or you can disobey and go with what is not available to you.
I think whether they ate the fruit or not, there was always going to be choices,
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Like beforehand, before they sinned, they had free will.
Right.
And like, is that where you kind of get the picture behind that? Like, they're plagued with a choice either to do it or not. So that is free will.
Well, there really was no choice. Well, no, there was no choice. The choice was the command was to not do it.
Exactly, which opens it up to being like, if you are instructed to not do something, you therefore have the choice to do it. Like, you have the free will to do it. It's not like, in the sense of like, it's not like God knew they were gonna sin type of thing.
Which he did, but he didn't. But
like
he did.
This is the most incomprehensible thought that I can think of.
It's very not good.
But anyways, so like it's interesting. Like now I try to like I do think about that pretty often, is like, am I focusing on like what I'm lacking? Like even when I'm surrounded by the things I'm grateful for. It happens pretty often. Trying to be better at it.
Yeah. I was really just thinking about Cain and Abel. I don't know why, but I mean, Cain had a choice to kill Abel, or vice versa. I forget which one killed which one, but
Yeah, I think Cain killed Abel.
But like, there was still a choice there. He didn't have to kill him, but he chose to kill him.
Yeah. I just mean like from the beginning, they had like comprehending like what is free will versus like what is God's like sovereignty. I would have to like, the only way that I can really like fathom it in my mind is like thinking about what the butterfly effect is, which is where it's like you do something and then there's like there's what happens. What?
Trade Jason Williams and get Kyrie Irving. The Clippers.
Oh,
the butterfly effect.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now. But yeah, it's like you do something and now there's like a plethora of options that can happen now and decisions that will have to be made because you made that decision. And then if you don't make that decision, then there's like the same thing but on the opposite side.
Right.
And like it's just always working that way. Which even that like kind of hurts my brain to say.
I don't like thinking about it either.
Nah, but
we do have it.
I think like that is what free will is like, here's this, don't do it. Here's these things, go ahead and have it. And then
but we're drawn to the thing
they were like the devil. The only way the devil knew how to get them to sin in that moment was to like emphasize what they were lacking in their life.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like they had access to it,
but they could have had so much more. Not really, but that's what was deceived to them.
So here's a question though.
Lay it on me.
They were perfect.
Yes.
And they still sinned. So, like, what does that mean to be perfect then? No, like, that thought just came to my mind.
Well, do you want the actual answer? Or?
Well, no, I know there's Jesus, but, like,
No,
I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, they were made perfect because they were made in God's image. We were all made in God's image, so therefore we were made perfect. But then that was all ruined because of them sinning.
Yeah, I'm just saying they were like, but okay, so you think perfect, you're like, okay, that's never messing up.
Right.
They were perfect,
mm-hmm.
and then they messed, like, you see what I'm, like, there's a distinguishing thing between, like, even though they were perfect, they messed up. Like, that's interesting.
Humans. Because we were tempted.
Like, think about, like, the perfect, like, superhero. Or, like, something like that.
Batman.
Like,
Batman.
or, like, someone in a movie. Like, they're not made, like
Liam Hemsworth?
I don't know. Like, you just don't, they just don't go against the grain of, like, what, like, I guess that's how I'm visualizing it in my mind. I know that's a very weird comparison.
Yeah.
But
Something you can't really visualize.
No.
A lot of stuff you can't visualize. Like the in-season tournament. Cannot visualize it.
No.
But no. Like, yeah. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah. It's like
the age-old question.
Is that what a paradox is?
What's your question? Like the perfect thing? Is that
No,
paradox?
I don't know. Just everything. Like all the, like, we're not going to know the answers to any of this stuff that we're talking about.
True. So why are we asking them?
Yeah.
So
it's
is
like,
that, therefore that's the paradox?
Ooh, I don't know. It's like stuff is true, but it's like,
no.
Yeah.
Move on. Good segment, but moving on.
All right, so just let's circle back to. I hate to put a timestamp on, like, what minute it would have been, but you brought up earlier that you had a question about something.
Stop. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude. Like, no, I can't even go along with it. I have no idea what it was.
Absolutely no clue.
None, dude.
Okay.
It is not coming back to me. It was so good too. I'll probably think about it later and we'll talk about it after.
Okay, here's a question. 75 episodes is pretty big. Like, that's a lot. What does it mean to you? Oh my. What are you talking about? That's a crazy fit. What does it mean to you, like, individually? Like, you put out 75 episodes of a podcast. Like, what does that mean to you? Like, in your life, like, what, like, when you think about it, like, I put out
75 in 10.
75 episodes. Like, what's the thought process on that?
You know, the big thing is the fact that there's 75 of them.
Don't do this. please don't waste 4 minutes of mine and their time.
No, dude. It's kind of mind-blowing, honestly. Like, that's a huge number. Like, that's 75 weeks. That's like a year and a half. Because that's how long we've been doing it. But no,
true.
Like, it's kind of incomprehensible, like, that we've done this for 75 weeks. Like, there's been 75 times where we decided that we were going to come over here, film a video, and possibly put it on YouTube, but definitely put it up as a podcast.
Yeah.
You know? And to me, that's just commitment. You know? That's commitment. That's drive, whether we wanted to or not. I mean, mainly whether I wanted to or not, because Henry missed like half the episodes, but it's fine. And it's like...
What's the tally on that, bro? I probably missed like 3. 4.
Go through?
5. I would say 5.
I think you missed probably 1 every 10 episodes.
No.
I think you've missed... The last one you missed was 66.
Okay, that's
no, you would have missed 1, but I didn't end up filming 1. You came in clutch.
I came back early.
You came back early.
I came back early. It's fine.
And I didn't have to film 1. That was last week.
Man, we wouldn't have had that episode.
Wow.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be. But no, you've missed a decent amount.
Bro, I would say 5.
Count it up. 5.
The first one was 30.
You missed 66.
The first one was 30 if you want to go back to 30.
Okay, well, you
And
missed
then scroll up.
66.
Okay, so that's 2.
You missed.
There was one where you and your boys did one.
Hang on. There was There was 61, my solo episode.
Okay. 61.
There was No Henry, No Problem.
What episode is that?
58.
Wow, 61 and 58. Wow. 66, 61, 58.
Yep. Can You Taste Color? The 1 year. The Boys, the one with Kyle.
Dude, I was there for that.
I know. Are You Actually Best Friends? 48.
Okay, 48. 66, 61, 58, 48.
Yep. New Routines. Chris Has Retired. How to Cure Stage Fright. Good one. A Gallon a Day Keeps the Doctor Away. The Power of the Cold Shower.
That was a crazy little run.
Into the Mind of the Young Bucks. A Day in the Life of the Young Bucks. Why is that an episode? What did we talk about on that one?
I don't know, but those two sound identical.
What?
Into the Mind and Day in the Life.
Oh, wow. Wait. It
Or Week
took
in
me all the way
Life.
back. Love is Blind. Absolute Madness.
What number are you at right now?
36.
Okay.
Merry Christmas Special.
Okay, so 30. 30 was because that's like 34.
Henry's no longer with us.
30. Okay, so that was 5. I was spot on. 5. 5 out of 75. What's that in what would the grade on that be?
5 out of 75.
Yeah, like a
It's
report
like
card.
5%.
No. That'd be 5 out of 100 would be 5%.
What do you mean? Oh, like
So-
70 divided by 75.
I'm probably a B.
93%.
Okay. That's an A minus. That's an A. 93 rivals A, right?
Yeah, that'd be an A.
Okay.
Now
you missed one.
what's 70 74?
You look at
divided by
98%?
75? Yeah, 98.6. Round it up. I'm at 99. You heard?
All right, fine. You're 99%. I'm 93.
I'm 99% of the episodes.
Okay. So I just got to do something without you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and you've had opportunity, but you just chose not to.
It's true.
There was one where
I could have had a solo episode,
I was somewhere.
but I didn't want to.
Oh, yeah. I went up north during August.
All right. Anyways,
could have been
back
there.
to the question at hand.
Yeah, what is the question?
The question was like, what does it feel like to you personally, individually, to accomplish posting 75 episodes of a podcast?
I mean,
With
it kind
me.
of doesn't feel like it's like obviously it is a big accomplishment, but it does not feel that way.
I agree.
Like it doesn't feel like we've done what we've done for the amount of time that we've done it and done it successfully either. But like, you know,
Is it like I think it's the metric. 70 like to
75
do,
episodes is baller.
to do something 75 weeks in a row. Ish, I would say 75.
You would think that you're good at it, but
No, I don't know,
You
but
would think that
what
you've gained some skills.
What I'm saying is like that in itself is an accomplishment. Like
Heck
say,
yeah, it is.
Say like we ran 10 miles once a week, like at one point in time, like every Saturday we woke up and we ran 10 miles every
Yeah.
week for 75 weeks straight. That'd be like crazy. Like we on week 75. You know what I mean? But like because there's like viewership and like the goal of making money eventually, like just running it as a business, I should say.
Right.
That's what I mean by that. Like running it as a business to where like we can do more, we can like give more and like put more time into it because it's a business, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely
There's like that side of it is still like pending.
right. But I mean, just being consistent's been nice. Like it's one of the constants in my life. Like what was like a crappy summer, it was one of the constants there, you know?
You look like a pilgrim
Thank you.
with your hat.
Like Abraham Lincoln type?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Amish.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm actually going to have to be silenced. I'm no longer Amish. Did you hear when that national security thing went off? You remember when did you get that buzz? You were in
Yep.
Tennessee.
I was in the Corvette Museum.
Apparently, like a bunch of Amish people got shunned for having phones.
Oh,
Because they're not allowed to have phones. You know?
Oh, snap.
The National Weather
crazy.
Alert, they outed the Amish that
Was
had
that
phones.
whole thing just to expose the Amish? Someone in the government was like, we got too many Amish people. Or too many fake Amish people.
Too fake. Yeah, technically he did it right. He outed the fakes.
Let's go.
Go you, dude. Go FBI.
No more fake Amish.
That's right. But that's
That
funny.
was the biggest waste of time I've ever had in a day.
That needs to be a clip.
That's crazy. We could add him. No, that'd be too much.
Put the comment up.
No,
Put
that'd
the
be
comment up.
Yeah.
Like on the screen when we both do that.
That collective thumbs up was crazy because neither of us knew that was gonna happen.
I looked like I was wearing a freaking fedora. Oh my god, my hat was down here when I did that thumbs up. We're gonna have to watch that back. Oh my gosh.
Okay. What is your answer?
I answered it. We answered the question together.
I know. I was just trying to break.
Trying to break some ice.
Okay.
My hand's cold, dude.
So what was your question?
Dude, it was just the fact that like I can't come up with something fake even.
It doesn't have to be fake. Just
You
ask
know-
the question back.
You know, I bought creatine, then
Still seeing.
have not been to the gym since I bought it.
Really?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was 2 weeks ago. I ended my job, came up here to record the podcast, bought some creatine. Then I got off the job, started working another job, then no longer just kept going to the gym, and then I just have not gone to the gym since to use L-creatine.
Have you? I went to the gym last night.
I know. I kind of want to go tonight. Oh,
It's
but there's church tomorrow. Man, maybe I'll go Sunday night, like after the football game.
What do you mean there's church tomorrow?
Today's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be out super late. I kind of want to go to the gym like at late.
Like how late?
Like 12.
I was there from 11 to like 11:45, I think.
Getting like a real pump.
No, stretched, did some chest, walked.
On the mill?
Yeah, on the mill.
Nice.
The incline mill.
Incline mill?
Yeah,
Are we going up tonight?
could.
I'm going up tonight in the gym tonight.
Depends on what the vibes are.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so my take on 75 episodes.
Oh, did you have one? I honestly though, I was gonna ask you it, but then I was like, well, hey, we kind of collectively answered the question.
We did.
Like you kind of answered the question for me as I was trying to answer it. Like I was like, no, Chris saying, yeah, it kind of just hasn't felt like we've done 75, Henry, right, dude? And then takes it away.
I did notice that. I was there for that.
Were you?
So do you want to answer the question?
Dude, I did. We answered the question.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we covered that base.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember that thing from earlier you said you had to talk about?
Yeah. It was actually stop signs.
Speaking of stop signs, this has been YoungBucks episode 75. We appreciate you listening, watching, sharing, if you could, tuning in to the Instagram, YouTube videos, even the podcast, sharing that.
Please like,
would
subscribe,
go a long way
comment. It means a lot.
to the story.
We appreciate it.
DM it to
Me.
your friends.
And me and Chris. At Chris Nearing, at Chris the Deer 34. No, at just Chris the Deer. At Chris the Deer on Instagram. Go follow. We doing big things over there.
What are you doing over there?
Just doing it.
Got something brewing?
Yeah, something's brewing.
All right, man. We appreciate it. Peace. See ya.
That episode needs to be titled Absolute Madness.
Part 2.
Part 2. Because that's exactly what that was.
Yeah,
That was a freaking bunch of jumbled. All right, go take a snap. Go snap a pic real quick.